Welcome out to the Death Battle cast. All new look, same nerdy taste.
Same nerdy taste.
You had that one ready.
Great.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
I'm Nick, and I write for Death Battle.
I'm Tori, and I like 3D animate.
And I'm Chad, I play Boomstick.
And yeah, we got a brand new set from the Rooster Teeth crew
man.
that looks
They look
beautiful.
good. I like it.
Holy shit, this thing is awesome. I've been waiting so long for you guys to be able to see this. This set was made by Stephen Fay over at the Rooster Teeth art department. Oh my god, those people are wizards. Like, might actually possess magic.
It's good. It's
I keep
nice.
looking around and
Yeah.
noticing more details and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick little rundown of the set. You know, when we were talking about it, we were thinking like, well, what if like it was kind of physically representing Death Battle a little bit, right? Like we talked about like maybe like the break room of a science lab or Death Battles, you know. And so we went back and forth, and Stephen and Marcus talked about this supercomputer aspect behind, which is in the main shot.
We've often joked about early in Death Battle days, we had this idea that Wiz and Boomstick had some kind of tech that would help them analyze the characters and pull the characters out of their universe and like pit them against each other, called the Pixeltron 9000.
Yeah,
That's what I'm choosing to call this.
Pixeltron 9000.
this thing in the background with all these screens and lights, and it's amazing looking. That's the Pixeltron 9000. I'm dubbing that right now.
There you go.
Can't take that away from me.
Yeah, the thing that Ben and I were like, that stupid name, like, what would we call it? And it was the first words that came out of my mouth. Pixeltron 9000?
That was back before Tori came on board. We had 3D animation, so it was just pixel animation.
The Polygontron 9000 now.
Yeah,
is
there
what
you
you
go.
can call it.
I mean,
And
we
9001.
still have pixels.
Yeah.
The Pixel Polytron 9.
And then we got a little bit of Wiz and a little bit of Boomstick mixed
Yeah,
in.
we wanted that really, so we were like, I remember came up, we were like, well, what if we had workbenches that were like each of their workbenches? So on mine, which is Boomstick's workbench, is, you know, it's all guns and poison and cheese poofs. Like, there's probably
Torian,
some,
do you want to eat some of those?
I do.
I'm sure
Really
they're,
do.
that's what they're there for.
Just for you to eat.
Yeah, just for Torian.
Just wanted to cut back to me, and now
And then on this
just,
side,
just
I was-
cheese all on my face.
We still have the spinning chairs. Oh shoot, we were gonna like start.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Spinning
Start the podcast over. Start the podcast over. Hold on, everybody, back to
We're all turned around. Okay, you go, Nick.
Go.
We're
Yeah.
ready.
Action.
Hey,
You did it.
thanks for everybody doing that with me. 'cause I know you did.
On this side, we got a little science lab going on for Wiz, complete with shrunken heads in a jar,
A slug.
eyeballs in a jar, lots of things in jars, poison in a jar.
You like pickled anything.
It's like a slug monster thing. I don't even know where this came
I
from.
didn't even notice the head though.
You didn't?
It's looking
No.
right at you.
Yeah.
I know.
It'll watch you the whole podcast.
Stop looking at me, Paul.
Oh, Paul? It's already got
Yeah.
a name.
That's a.
Oh, don't open it.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh,
We're
is
already-
it Paul?
Is this
That's-
Paul?
This is
I guess
Paul.
so.
Okay, we'd like
that's
to
creepy
introduce
looking.
Paul to the set.
Hi, I'm Paul.
As you can tell, he's stoked.
He's really excited to be here.
he's hungry. Give him one of these.
He's
sheep
so
ones.
excited he lost his head.
No, I'm not gonna mess up the
Yeah.
set because it looks amazing.
This is where you write things.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, huge shout out to Rooster Teeth. You know, one of the things we talked about when we moved down here was, you know, kind of the new resources and things that will be at our disposal. And this is one of the first big ones that you guys get to see. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but man, I'm so happy that this exists. And like everyone has been coming up to us for like weeks and be like, your set looks so good because they've seen it over in the department. And man, thanks again, RT. This is great.
Well, we're excited to be bringing the new look and feel into Death Battle Season 5. We actually starting, you know, with this new set, and we also just released the preview for the first preview for the first episode of Season 5, which is Black Panther versus Batman. You can go to screwattack.com right now, receipt.com, and watch the preview for Black Panther. An episode Sam is working on. He's not here right now because he is actually writing the next episode. He's already into the next one. Almost getting started on his third episode for the year. We're getting
Hitting the ground running this year.
yeah, we're getting ahead if as much as we can.
Absolutely.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Real quick, one other shout out. The
never
new
does.
Says
motion,
the other writer.
the new motion graphics and that cool logo and stuff. That's from Justin Young. And then our new Death Battle Cast logo itself was designed by Ari over in design.
Yeah.
Thanks, peeps.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move into the community death battle.
What was it?
If this is your first time watching Death Battle Cast, every week we come up with some random possible Death Battle idea, usually taken from your suggestions. and we pitch it to you guys to see who you think would win, and then you let us know through the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. And last week, we had Nightwing versus the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, okay.
Which is one that I've seen requested a lot for potential death battle, and maybe one that we might do sometime in the future. Wink, wink. Nudge,
Tease,
nudge.
tease.
But not right now. We're working on Batman, obviously. So, and Black Panther. All right. So let's go ahead and bring up the answers for Team Nightwing.
First up, we've got John Lemon defending my favorite, defending my favorite dick right now.
Thank you for getting Nick to say that.
Yes.
Nightwing has been shown dodging automatic rifle firing from only a few feet away against a skilled assassin. Also, Bucky's arm likely operates like a battery due to its ability to discharge electrical blasts, so it's not far-fetched to say that Nightwing's electrically charged Eskrima sticks could potentially overload and blow his arm up, like in the Civil War movie where Iron Man does the exact same thing with a low-power uniblast. And also in the Civil War movie, without his arm, Bucky was practically incapacitated. The outcome is a day and night wing difference. Nightwing wins.
Oh,
That's adorable.
We're getting a lot more of those
cool.
puns. In this.
Yeah, they're
That's great.
They're doing a good job.
And
All
then
right, one more.
we've got Defender by Name saying, Dick wins by a Smallville mile, fast enough to dodge point-blank gunfire. Seasoned acrobat with near peerless three-dimensional maneuverability. Master hacker. Y'all Golden Circle? What's that? Golden Circle. Is that a reference I'm
Mr.
missing?
Hacker, y'all, Golden Circle?
Sure. Anyway, that's
Trained
something
in
I
combat by the goddamn Batman.
voted sexiest male comic book character. Not pertinent, but important. I agree. Nightwing carries electrified Eskrima sticks and a taser, and we know from Captain America
Winter Soldier.
that, I almost said Civil War, that Bucky's metal arm is susceptible to overload, rendering it temporarily useless. I also have it on pretty good authority that Batman beats Cap Am, and what is Bucky but Diet Steve? Also, Nightwing got some mad flips.
He does have mad flips.
It's not mentioned, but not only was he trained by the Batman, but he actually became Batman for a while. Took over and did a good enough job that nobody noticed. So that's
He's
worth
got the
mentioning.
skills. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And everybody seemed to focus in on this overloading the arm thing, which I think is an interesting hook.
Before we get into Bucky, Winter Soldier, important to mention, the Bucky from the comics has some very big differences from the Bucky that we know in the movies. First of all, he wasn't Cap's friend, like, as they grew up together. He was actually younger than Cap. He was a kid who trained under him, right? And he was kind of supposed to be
Like Robin.
a rip-off Robin.
yeah.
Right.
But he did eventually obviously get the super serum and become a hacked super soldier assassin trying to kill Captain America, and then revamped into a hero and eventually became Captain America for a brief time, just like Dick became Batman. So
A lot of similarities.
yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on to you guys' answers for Bucky the Winter Soldier.
Somebody's just pitching Bucky's the gas station.
The Bucky's Beaver. Oh, we got to keep that in mind for our community battle. Anyway, we got Brilkson. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but he says, I think Winter Soldier would win because primarily his arm has the capacity to tear apart a S.H.I.E.L.D. flying car, and is flying car from the organization S.H.I.E.L.D., that is, and is also equipped with an EMP, electrical discharges, and sensory array to detect incoming projectiles. Also, a blow to Dick's chest would probably kill him.
I like that you added the probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I did do that. He didn't say probably anywhere in there, did
You
he?
didn't believe him for a second. You were just like, "Well, probably. I'm going to throw that in there to cover you.
I do find it interesting that Bucky's arm has the ability to emit an EMP, which some people were saying that would be Nightwing's advantage over Bucky, but if his arm straight up has one,
Well, you only get it once. You know.
I suppose.
It blasts and then it's like your trump card, right?
Yeah. But then we've got Dane, who says, Winter Soldier wins. His combat skill matches Wolverine, Sabretooth, Captain America, Taskmaster, and Daredevil. His tactical mind helped him single-handedly defeat a team of heroes and S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, including Wolverine and Black Widow. Pretty impressive.
All right, real quick, guys.
That's hard.
I hate to say this, but I think we need to send the set back and get a new one.
Why?
Because my bottle just barely doesn't fit under.
Have you
Oh,
ever tabled
no.
before? You put shit on it.
He's got his underneath and it looks
What?
great.
What kind of?
Well, then
I'm
get
like,
a
I
rep.
want to do the same thing.
You put
It doesn't
things on
work.
tables.
What kind of child? He has his under the table.
I want to do.
My God! It's so useful
But
this
if it
way.
were just an inch higher, it'd be perfect.
Wait a minute.
Terrible. It's the
Wait a
worst.
minute. You brought everything to home for that.
Yeah.
What is
You're the one who
today?
gets on us for derailing for stupid shit. Yes. Sorry. there's
Oh,
trash
nice
can
throw.
outside.
There
I was
you go.
like,
Just
I'm not
right
gonna
there.
Did it
do
land in the
it.
trash can? Because it's kind of dark over there. Could have just hit anything.
Not gonna derail this show with our cool new set. And
You know what?
Ben
I'm gonna underail it right now. By
No,
saying,
real quick.
I think.
Torian, why are you in a mocap suit?
Oh, thanks for.
Oh yeah, we never did.
Do we need to ask?
Don't worry. Like back at animation, there are things being recorded. I need to look at.
Did you
So
literally
stole
run
the
from there?
Wait. Back in animation, there are things being recorded, so you stole the suit.
I didn't
so
steal
they
the suit.
couldn't-
I work here. I have
What?
access to it.
Yeah, but you just said they needed it.
No, I
Don't they need it to record?
No. Now someone's arm is just flailing around somewhere.
Mocap now, Torian.
Anyway,
Okay.
the Winter Soldier and Nightwing.
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go with the Winter Soldier because he got a cool metal arm.
I'm also leaning toward Winter Soldier, if only because the EMP electrical thing, according to these researchers, doesn't sound like it's going to be that much of a problem, which is something that Nightwing supporters were bringing up.
Well, just because he has an EMP doesn't mean his arm's immune to being overcharged by electricity. If we're using the movie, like, that's what Tony did to him.
Yeah,
Right,
but I'm gonna. If he's got an EMP, then yes, it would be affected by himself activating his EMP. It's not like unless he's got a specifically, unless he's got some kind of like wavelength in the EMP that his arm doesn't get affected by or something.
It's like it's shooting a counter wavelength
Well, like-
down it so it never
Yeah.
goes there.
When you normally use an EMP as a weapon, is the thing that shoots the EMP affected by its own EMP?
I mean, theoretically it should be, but this is comic books, so it's more likely that they.
Well, just even
No,
in like
that's a good
Well,
question.
just even like in real life, because they have EMPs.
Can an EMP be used more than once in
Yeah,
quick
An
succession?
EMP in real life is generally produced not by tech, it's produced by force. So like if you drop a bomb, it produces EMP.
You making EMPs, Ben?
Yeah. I mean, Wiz does it all the time. What do you think all this stuff is for?
a bunch of beakers for
I know that's what Paul's up
recreational
to.
drugs.
Yeah.
That
What was his
Making
name was?
EMPs?
Paul?
yeah,
I
that'd
already forgot.
be broadcast's worst nightmare. Just set up an EMP in here.
So in comic book world, Noah's arm wouldn't be affected.
Probably not.
Okay.
At least I'm going to assume it's not by his own EMP.
Sure.
But they're talking overloading, like hitting it with electricity that overloads it.
Right. In the movie.
Yeah.
It was overloaded.
Also, what would the EMP even do to Nightwing? Like, nothing.
Well,
He does have in
The
his,
electrical-
the Scream of Sticks. It does have an electric charge.
Oh no, not electricity, but there's still sticks.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
there's still weapons. He doesn't.
he's also like associated with Batman, so I don't know a whole lot about Nightwing, but I imagine he's got to have some other kinds of gadgets that would be affected by an EMP.
I mean, he doesn't have the utility belt, so where is he housing them?
I mean, he's got a grappling hook. He does have that.
Where is he keeping these gadgets?
He's got a belt.
Does he?
Yeah. He doesn't have the same like crazy plethora of tech that Bruce
Sure.
Wayne does.
like a laser sword.
But-
Has he got like a thigh pocket or something like that, like
He
Daredevil?
keeps it somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe that's what that bulge is down there. But
I was gonna go like a RoboCop scenario. It's a surprise this whole time. It was kept in his
leg just opens up
Yeah,
and fucking EM sticks come out. Like, yeah.
Is there a Robo Nightwing? That'd be cool.
Nightwing is considered like the most, or at least one of the most athletic people in the DC universe. He's the gymnast of the Justice League, basically.
Well, yeah, he was in the Flying Graysons when he
Yeah.
was a kid, so.
So it all comes back down to that, and I guess he never lost that gymnast trait from his family. Whereas
Learn how to ride
Bucky
a bike.
isn't. Bucky's kind of like what?
But he's a
somebody
super
mentioned He
soldier.
was like a Diet Coke version of Captain America,
Diet
which is
Coke
kind of true. Like he might be on par with him.
Sure.
But Cap is still gonna beat him in a fight 9 times out of 10. So even with that cool metal arm,
I'm gonna say Winter Soldier,
Yeah, me too.
just off the people he's fought.
all three of you are gonna say Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
See, I don't think a little bit of super serum and a metal arm is enough to take Nightwing down.
But
I don't think
Winter
so.
Soldier also uses like a bunch of guns and stuff. You can only flip so much around bullets.
He's got Kevlar armor. Nightwing's
don't
got
think-
The
Kevlar.
more
You don't think Nightwing
Yeah,
covers
but it's
bullets?
not gonna like.
Well, that being said, Torian, if you flip enough, you could. Like, if Nightwing spins enough, that could generate a whirlwind that throws the bullets around him.
Now we're just
If he
getting
flips
into,
enough.
He's just like
He-Man
flipping.
levels
He's
of shit.
flipping in place.
I don't think you can flip that.
Just spinning in circles.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna say Nightwing,
Okay.
but you guys are all saying Winter Soldier.
So you lose.
I'm kind of leaning toward Winter Soldier.
Soldier.
GG.
Come on, Chad.
Guns.
Nightwing.
Come on.
Super arm. Diet Coke,
buddy.
Captain
Now he's
America.
trying to wheel and deal.
Nightwing's pretty cool.
Nightwing is cool.
He's got those cool glow sticks.
That's true. It's not a rave off, Ben.
It's not a rape.
It's true.
It's a fight to the death.
Man, that'd be a sick fight.
Pretty sure
That'd be pretty cool.
Winter Soldier can handle a couple of sticks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
Oh, now
got-
oh my God! You just pissed off all the Nightwing fans.
Shitting all over Nightwing.
He kind of sucks.
Oh my God, no,
Think about it.
no.
Nightwing's the worst hero ever. Pretty much. No, not at all. Not at all.
Wait, Torian, why
I don't know how many people just went "fuck you."
Like,
click close.
What
Just like,
sucks about
just surely, like in a fight, right? I get it. He's a gymnast. I get it. He got
You should love him.
He got the sticks. Yeah, but there's more to a fight than flipping, Chad.
Nightwing's not
wait,
Marvel
what?
versus Capcom.
You don't.
Torian just
So now he. And also, you think he just, yeah. You also think he just flips around, like he doesn't actually hit people? Of course he does.
I'm sure he's trained, by Batman. He got the karate or all the other fighting styles going down. But when it goes down to a metal arm punching through stuff,
Listen, when
and
metal
also
punches
shooting
you,
guns,
it hurts more than skin.
and also healing a little bit because of the serum,
You and your flashy gimmicks.
flashy gimmicks.
Oh man, he
More
might be
than-
really good at combat and flipping around and stuff, but metal arm.
Takes more than flashy gimmicks.
Fuck that. I changed my vote to Nightwing.
You gotta
despite
be able
you.
to throw a punch and take a punch.
That's good enough for I'll take it. That's good enough for me.
Hey, sticking true to our values.
Throw a punch and take a punch. I don't think Nightwing can take a punch. That's why he's just jumping around everywhere like a gymnast.
You are just bullshitting your way through this.
No, I'm not.
So all right. So we've got a tie, potentially Winter Soldier winning. If we do end up doing a death battle, we'll figure out the real answer. But I mean, this seems like it'd be kind of a interesting one to take on though, because it could
Absolutely.
probably go a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
Could be kind of a tight fit, tight match.
What are you,
I was
what are you
trying. I
going
was trying
for?
to make like I was trying to make a reference to like the tights that Nightwing wears, but it didn't really
Really?
Oh man, you bombed that pun hard,
didn't really
Ben.
work. Didn't really work. Okay.
Ugh. I need to take a shower. Am I
Oh,
still that way?
they're over there. You can go do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I could. Oh wait.
Another thing, we built a shower
Come
into
on,
the
just
set.
leave. You can go find Sam.
Bad puns.
You can take over for a bit.
Okay.
Speaking of sticks, whatever you're gonna say.
No, I was gonna. No, actually, I tried to like fight sticks. Did you guys watch the showdown last night?
I almost did.
Wait.
I was about to give context. To it.
Reference the context.
Right. So last night, Funimation held an exhibition between Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku, and Chris Sabat, the voice of Vegeta. They rented out a space in LA. They had pro fighting games players coach
For Dragon
them.
Ball Fighters.
Yeah, for Dragon Ball Fighters.
game
that just came out last night.
Fighters or fighters?
It's
fighters.
It is fighters.
Fighters.
They actually put out a thing that was like, you're supposed to call it Dragon Ball Fighters,
Not Fighter
Z. And everybody's
not
like,
Fighters.
well,
like
you made the
just
Z
did.
pretty fucking huge, so
I
that's
think
why
I'm gonna just call it fighters. 'Cause that's what it looks like.
that won't make you seem weird
At all.
at all.
That's not gonna get old.
Eventually, people will catch on. It'll be fine.
Okay. You try and start that revolution. But anyway, in order to promote the game and for fun, Sean and Chris were like talking a bunch of smack on Twitter to each other. And so Funimation held this whole event. They had pro fighting game players out there doing an exhibition.
Justin Wong and Perfect Legend
Justin Wong was
were the trainers for the.
and if you
Sean
don't know,
Schemmel's, Sean Schemmel's trainer. And
Was
then
Justin
Perfect-
Wong.
Well, yeah, and the
Yep.
Perfect Legend was.
was
Chris
Sabat.
Sabat.
And they had Yipes commentating.
Uh-huh.
And who's the other guy?
I feel bad that I can't remember.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway.
Anyway, if
If
you're
you're not in the esports scene at all, just really impressive people.
yes, so they did it right. They had a whole venue. They were tossing out a bunch of stuff for the people that were there, and like they got to put on a fun exhibition. And then Goku and Vegeta got to go head to head, and Chris Sabat was Sean Schemmel's ass.
I heard he mollywopped him pretty good.
Dude,
I didn't see it,
it was
though.
rough.
I didn't see it though because as soon as 11 o'clock rolled over, I tabbed out of Twitch and I loaded up Dragon Ball Fighters for myself because that's when the game unlocked.
So here's what happened to me. right as I'm watching that countdown clock and I'm watching this exhibition as it's happening, and I'm like, oh, 1 minute, oh, it's gonna be close, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And then my son wakes up, right as that's happening, he's like, meh, and I'm like, and so like I put in my headphones and I'm like feeding my son a bottle in his crib while I'm watching Chris and Sean go head to head. Dude, like it was very clear that Chris Sabat like put in the time, like, and he said it too. He's like, I really practice.
I'm
like,
pretty sure he's the one who threw down the challenge.
Probably.
It all started from him tweeting about it, and then Funimation just picked up on it, and Sean did too.
So what? And so what it comes from is Chris was really worried because Sean is like very obsessive about things, and the guy's ludicrously smart. When we were talking to him one time when we had him out, whatever, he was telling me all about it. He's like, oh, it's crazy. He's like, Sean will just like set his mind to a thing and he'll do it. Like he knows how to play the French horn, which is like crazy hard, and like all these like
promo video.
Yeah. So like there are all these little things. So he was like really worried that Sean was gonna obsess over this and just beat his ass. So he trained super hard. He was like calling Perfect Legend like every day and like, yo, give me that new tech, and it showed, man. Like he did a really good job.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, Sean Schemmel, when it was really neat because they had the voice actor for Beerus sort of acting as like the referee or whatever. And Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat were on stage trash talking each other. But Sean said something like to the point of how he didn't practice at all. And so I was like, oh no.
No,
it's gonna be a
here's
stomp.
the thing that everybody, the thing that everybody jumped on him for.
I thought you said you didn't watch it.
No,
He watched most of it.
they did all this setup for it, and then they had pros come out and play for a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
And then they had Sabat and Schemmel come out.
Here's the only part. I felt real bad for Sean at this moment. And like he got his ass beat hard the first game, and then he's like, and he's like calling people over, and this whole and it's like my buttons aren't set up correctly. So then Twitch, of course, which you can't show weakness on Twitch. So like they immediately
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I'm like, man, his buttons probably weren't correct. But everyone's like, oh, it's the controller. Oh, the controller. Oh, it's like
chat.
Yeah, the
Twitch chat is
just was like,
hilariously
You can't show weakness.
degenerate.
oh my god! And they're like Goku crying like little kid Gohan. Like they're like it was, they were being real mean. And so they eventually kind of got it worked out. They reset it, but like Chris destroyed him. But I was like, man, what a cool event!
Yeah.
I know.
Like for that to exist.
the build up for that was awesome. The
Yeah.
Super Saiyan showdown.
Yep. So they say they're gonna do a rematch, and like you could tell, Sean was like, I did not practice really that much, and I am going to. He's like you saw it click, and he's like, I'm gonna just train up.
I haven't gotten a chance to play the actual release just yet, but I played the beta, and that's a game that if you don't know what you're doing, or even if you're just gonna try to learn as you go, you're still gonna get destroyed.
Oh yeah.
In seconds.
Yeah.
It's so fast to lose in that thing.
The good news is what I think they did a really good job with the game. In that, like, yeah, like if you go up against like a pro who knows what they're doing, or like somebody who's really been practicing, they're gonna beat your ass. But it's not one of those games that you're just sitting there floundering, like,
Yeah.
Sure.
like you can play the game and not be a good fighting game player, and you'll feel like you were in this
Yes.
epic
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
I
fight.
think the main
you
thing
can
is having
spam.
fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, make you feel like you're in an epic Dragon Ball fight, or
Yeah.
lose your lunch, or not
Yeah.
have to pay lunch.
So okay, I guess we're bringing this up now. Torian and I had our own showdown of sorts where it was.
I wonder
day
who
one.
won.
It was day one of the game's launch. Just relish in it, why don't you? Anyway, it was day one of the game's launch. We had a best 2 out of 3. The loser had to buy the winner lunch. And so
I saved $15 whole dollars. $7?
no, you didn't. It was like
like
it was
$7.
about 15 in total.
Well, you're spoiling it now.
we went to what?
I'm just saying.
He's
So he
relishing
won.
in it.
Right?
Nobody, he would not relish.
We knew
in
from the
loss.
second he went, Yeah, you knew
Yeah.
what was going on.
And then I gave you 2 chances.
Well, yeah, because you cheated the
I
first
cheated
time.
the first time. Man of my word.
Cheating is not
How are
being
you a man of your word if you
No,
admit to
'cause
shady shit?
I admitted it. I came clean.
It doesn't make you a man of
I
your
did
word.
my time.
Wait. How do you cheat in the game?
He told Nick that he hadn't played it, and he'd stayed up. He was there the night before training.
The agreement was to go in completely blind. The agreement was not kept.
And then
And
we
then
played
we
a
had
few
the-
games.
You even lied during it. I remember because they're going. He's like, I don't even know. I haven't even played this character. With Goku Black, and he's like pulling out all these
He's playing
combos.
Goku Black, who was not in the beta at all, and he's doing a bunch of stuff like very purposefully. I'm like, Torian, did you play this character? Did you practice?
I didn't.
No.
We played like a few games, And then me and you played some games to kind of close the gap a little bit, and I still got lunch.
See, I could have won.
This sounds like you shouldn't be getting lunch at all. Like,
Well, this is they negated the first lunch he was owed, and so Nick got to practice up a little bit, and then they played again, and Tori won anyway.
still doesn't sound fair.
But I could have won, and I should have won.
it wasn't fair, clearly.
Because
Was your buttons messed up?
no, because you can tech out of combos in the game. if you hold down a button.
He told me how to do it.
It's like I noticed Torian
His own
wasn't doing it,
demise.
so I'm just hitting him with a bunch of free damage. It was like, as a good sport and as a good friend,
No.
I was like,
As
hey,
a fool.
as a fool, I was like, hey, you can just tech out of the combo if you hold the button down, right?
You deserve that.
I do.
His face.
You're supposed to beat him, get lunch, and then discuss that over lunch. Be like,
I was
By the
feeling
way.
fine because I took the first game off of him. Partway through the second one, told
oh
him
my God,
that,
he was playing you the whole fucking time.
and then
Let him win the first game.
I was like
just to make him
legit-
feel like he's in a good spot.
I was like legit worried. I was like, I don't understand. Like I can't.
Well-
I keep getting all this damage.
it was 1-0, and then in the second game, it was down to the wire. Like it was a last hit situation, but he took it.
And then Nick
And
was like, I'm
still
gonna
feeling
throw
good.
this match and tell you how to beat me.
I'm still feeling good at this point, so I've got full confidence. In the next game, there was the moment where I had one character and Torian still had all three with like full health bars. I was like,
oh, I was there.
I'm buying 2 lunches today.
He's like, you could tech out of that. He's like, no, I couldn't. And like, he even argued with you. And
Yeah.
you're like, yes, when the thing turns blue, it means you messed up.
He went
All
into
you have to do is
details.
hold a button,
He went
and
into
you'll catch all of our mistakes.
That's like you going across the football field and like, hey, look, this is our play. Chad's gonna run that way. And he's like, no, he's not. Chad would never do that. Listen to me. We practiced this yesterday. Chad's gonna run that way, and I'm gonna throw the ball to him. Why would you throw the ball to him? We're not listening to you. I promise you. Watch, Chad. And then you're like, what was that? He's like,
Chad
see,
gets-
I told you.
It's great.
Okay.
Anyway, the game's really fun, and I thought that was such a cool thing.
It's
'cause,
a
like,
good game.
Even like, I'm sure it's the same for you, Ben. Like when we first got to meet Chris and like Sean and those guys, like this is really weird. Like I usually don't get like starstruck or whatever, but there's this like down inside, it's like.
I'm talking
Holy
to Goku
fuck.
and Vegeta.
Like when that is a show that got me into anime, or at least let me know what anime was, and then I realized that I watched some, you know, when I was a kid, and like getting to like meet these people, and they're super cool, awesome dudes. Like and then watching them throw down, like it's a whole different world we live in now because there's so much exposure on the people that do that stuff, and they get to and like that's just a cool thing to exist.
We should do something like that. We should throw an event for the game, cause like.
For the
know.
game?
We should do it with
Well, like just between the company, because I know 90% of the people here know what Dragon Ball Z is.
We should do it with the new Blaze
Like
Blue
it's
though.
a-
We should do the new Blaze
Oh,
Blue.
yeah, yeah,
And we'll
with
get
the
the
Ruby
Ruby characters and the voice
yeah,
actresses
yeah,
to
yeah,
throw
yeah.
down.
That's a good idea.
We'll get them trainers.
Are we banned from tournaments in that game? No.
We're not on the
Why would
dev
we get
team.
banned?
Yeah, we're not on the, yeah. I don't know, because it's Rooster Teeth.
We're not on the dev team.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna.
Let's do that. I'm gonna pitch that. All right, we'll see.
Okay.
Shamelessly stolen
Kinda
from
just-
Funimation
And Torian.
and Torian.
Yeah.
You came up with it. You're like, I'm gonna pitch it. It's mine now.
Well, no, he was saying
That's
we should do a
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball Fighter thing,
Yeah,
and then I said
whatever.
we should do the Ruby. Go,
Close enough.
Whatever.
Hey, let's.
We
bring
came up with it together.
Let's bring up some community art from you guys. We love showing this stuff off.
I love artwork.
Use the
do it.
hashtag DeathBattleCast for it.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man.
Some Winter Soldier vs. Nightwing footage. Fan art.
Actual footage. Cut.
They're not moving very much.
See, there's our thumbnail, and then there's the
still.
fight. It's
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, actually, I really want to use that for the thumbnail. That'd be sick.
I love Nightwing's anime hair, both their anime hair in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It's fantastic. Great job, guys.
Hey, Ronald Johnson, I'm probably gonna use that for the thumbnail of this episode in some way, because that looks amazing. And so does Robert Derringers?
There's a bit of a glare.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Really cool.
Why is there a glare on his last name specific? Okay, I'm having to lean like crazy to see this.
You might want to get this. This is rather-
Dendinger.
We really wanted to make sure we got your name.
Yes.
Dendinger.
The moment has long since passed.
Got it.
Man, really cool stuff, guys. Thank you.
It's all good, Robert. All right, I think there's another page.
We got some more pretty pictures.
More pretty pictures.
We've got John Peter Ahlstrom on the right.
All lean.
I love this. These Wizen Booms.
Oh, hold on, Torian. This is more artwork of you on the right, isn't it?
Yep.
What do the speech bubbles say?
Real quick on the left.
What was your hero name or whatever it was called?
He was a lawyer for gay cats.
Yeah,
It's
here it
behind
is.
us now.
There we are.
Hero
Catechist.
for gay cats.
That's right, the lawyer for gay cats.
Yep.
Old Death Battle.
If
that
you're
we did.
first time tuning in, that's gonna seem real weird.
Not Old Death Battle that we did. Old Death Battle cast. You dressed up. Our Halloween one. He dressed up as a lawyer for gay
Cool.
cats.
And Smashed In over here with Wiz and Boomstick fan art.
Yeah.
We'll do the game later in the future, see how much style changes over time. Hope you like really cool stuff. That's awesome.
Pretty sweet.
Love
wearing, like,
it.
a screw attack hat.
Torian, can you read your dialogue?
Yeah. I'm Catechus. Fear me. And then Black Panther's
You
like,
don't have biceps like
I
that.
thought I was fighting. Yes, I don't.
Damn, why are you putting
I
him
thought I
down,
was
Nick?
fighting Batman. Man, I look sick.
Oh, this is the secret death
You know
battle.
why he doesn't have biceps like that, Nick? Because he just keeps getting all these free lunches.
Oh.
Just paying for lunches give you better biceps? Where are mine?
He's more inclined to eat more when they're free, is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to back him up, turn it against
I should like dress up like that again and then go get myself 3D scanned and make a model of it. That'd be sick.
There you go.
Just put that fight for real.
Put it in the background of the next fight.
Look at this.
Yep.
More fights than flips.
Is that a Google thing, or did Tyler make that? Yep, Tyler made it. There's
That's-
more to fight than flip. Hey, will you make sure you email that to me? I'm going to set it as his background.
Quote Torian, 2018.
Yeah.
It's like character progression. Like 2 years ago on the show, he would
Gotta
have said
flip.
the exact opposite.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. But like, someone's got to hit somebody eventually, and flips aren't going to save you from a bullet or a
Do a
bunch
flip,
of bullets.
You could do a flip kick or a flip punch or
Yeah,
just
flip. Just
flop
do a
onto
flip
somebody.
with one
There's
arm
like
out
no
this.
momentum.
Flips.
Flips are all about momentum.
No, I'm saying like to do a flip and then a punch is less momentum than just like straight punching someone.
No, not if you like threw it over your shoulder.
Not if you're just really flippy.
you
Torian, I thought
kinda
you were
flip
the
over your
expert
shoulder and
on
come
flips.
down.
Because like naturally you're gonna be focused on not killing yourself during your flip
It's a
instead of
flip,
like punching.
Torian, just picture this. Somebody does like an over-the-shoulder flip, so when they curve around, their shoulder is right at the top, and then they come down straight with a fist.
Or like
Chad,
you're,
can you show this? Can you showcase this? Can we make this happen?
Yeah, just break the
Oh,
set right out
yes,
the gate. I'm
please
not gonna
break
do the
the
full
set.
flip, but you
Set
know
it
what
on
I'm saying.
fire.
Like you
Maybe,
get up.
maybe if we put Torian involved.
Chad, your thing. Yeah.
Oh, you can show that anyway, so don't worry about it.
or like
Secrets.
What?
you got to be superhuman.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it right here. I'm gonna break something, but like you could jump, flip, and comes up and around, and then down, right?
Right into
That'd
the
be sick.
table, shatter it,
Yeah.
and then we can get a table that's an inch higher.
you spun. I was like, there goes the table.
Well, like I was just gonna, oh God, I twirled! And just smack into the table? That's
By the
unacceptable.
way, I just want to mention how cool this table is.
I asked Steven if he would make me one for my house.
Can I have one?
I know, right?
Awesome.
But like,
Can you make it a triple?
There you go.
3 tables.
I think you'd have to be like a little like superhuman, like Wonder Woman. She does in that fight. She does the spin, flip, and then she comes out with the sword. She's superhuman, so she can just naturally build crazy momentum and not give a shit.
You don't think Tony Jaa could do it?
No, he usually flips and then attacks.
Yeah, Chad, I'll back you up a little bit on this because in The Dark Knight Rises, Bane did the same thing.
He did a flip punch?
A spin punch.
Oh, okay.
That's not a flip. That's a spin.
I'm thinking kind of like a McTwist, if you think.
a McTwist.
That's a skating term.
I want a
But, like-
McTwist.
McTwist punch?
What would that be?
Sounds like a drink.
Can I get a McFlurry?
If you go to McDonald's, the drive-thru, and ask them for a McTwist, what do they give you?
I knew this was gonna slowly devolve into something McDonald's. This is great.
That's only ever happened twice before.
In like over 100 episodes of the show.
Hey, I'm just saying, when everyone says like Mick anything, I immediately think of McDonald's.
Who doesn't?
I'm just saying, this is good. Now I want some fries.
You
Okay.
are fully brainwashed.
Yeah.
By McDonald's?
Yeah,
I
do
don't
you
even
remember
eat
how
there, though.
excited he was when the words Mayor McCheese were mentioned?
Oh man.
Right.
Oh, that's because I made that cool picture, which I'll show sometime soon.
What?
Remember he
I made
made
a cool
that
art
Mayor
picture
McCheese
of
thing.
Mayor
way
McCheese
back.
and the president.
You did?
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
we
remember
never
that.
show? Okay.
I don't think we ever
Okay.
did.
You,
like-
you made artwork? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whoa!
That's not what I meant.
That's exactly how you said it.
We've never featured our own artwork on this show before.
You made artwork?
You made
make
art.
art all the time.
Jeez.
Oh, it's too late now, Nick. It's too late. All right, my feelings are hurt.
That's right. You're a terrible artist.
Oh.
Might as well go on now, right? Can't go
All
back.
right, well, now that we know that Torian is a terrible artist,
Thank you.
just sucks at everything except for animation, clearly.
Which is not art.
Which is totally not art.
That is not art.
Totally
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
You just, not anymore. You just wear the suit.
Anybody can do it.
You flounder around.
Just put this suit
and
on.
then there it is.
And it records it.
That's
and
all
then-
there is to it, right?
That is
Why does it
exactly.
take so long for these things to be made? That's all it
Because
is.
I'm procrastinating.
He keeps going to McDonald's.
My
And Nick's buying.
my mocap
He
session,
keeps practicing Dragon Ball.
I go
Making
to
the old
mocap
lunch.
and then I'll come back for 2 hours and come to find out I sit there on my phone for 45 minutes.
Every time I look over, it looks like he's animating, but he's actually just hitting play and then just moving the mouse over the mocap animation.
It's good.
Oh, the secret's revealed.
Yep.
But anyway, I was gonna move to a question that I actually got on Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
From one of you guys on Twitter.
One of us?
No, one of them.
Oh,
One of you
I can
guys.
just ask you a question at your desk.
What's your favorite color?
Vega Slash on Twitter is asking about the inspiration for the new style. And we kind of talked about it a little bit when we first
Went live.
showed off the new art for Death Battle, the new intro graphics and stuff. But now that we got a new set and a new logo for the Death Battle cast, thought it might be a good time to kind of go back to that discussion, kind of talk about how Death Battle's look has changed drastically in the past year. Mainly because, well, the old look we had for 6 years or something like
Long
that?
time. It was time for a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
And then also the old logo, I knew I wanted to do this 2017 redesign and try and redesign as many of our logos as we could. Just kind of give it a new feel because there's this new direction this last year, which is focusing in on Death Battle and that audience and what they want to see.
For Screw Attack.
For Screw
New
Attack,
direction.
yeah. And so
Because before, last year, Screw Attack was kind of all over the place for a long time, trying to really hone in on every head of every department in Screw Attack had a different idea of what Screw Attack was going to be. And then Game Attack happened, and the split happened there. And Screw Attack got the chance to really focus in on Death Battle and stuff around that.
yeah, I mean, especially on YouTube, probably 98% of our audience was there for Death Battle and that style of content. And it's it's irresponsible to not pay attention to that. We want to. The people who watch our show, you guys are the reason we have a job, and we want to make stuff that you guys want to watch. So, we realized that was the case. It's let's take some of that old stuff that Screw Attack originally started as. They'll spin off and do Game Attack, and then we're gonna focus the Screw Attack channel in on Death Battle and that kind of infotainment style stuff. So you laugh, you learn something, and you see cool characters fight, right? And so anyway, we wanted to do this new rebrand to go with all of that, and so we rebranded Death Battle. And when Ben and I were first talking about it, and everybody, it was the old one is very serious. The old logo,
Very serious.
It's very edgy.
it's very edgy. Yeah,
Spikes, grays, reds, black.
metal and blood and spikes.
It's
chains that swing.
I've mentioned this before, but the original look and feel for Death Battle was inspired subconsciously. I didn't even realize this until 5 years later. It was inspired by fucking Robot Wars.
Robot World.
Oh my God, it totally is.
That makes so much sense.
A UK show about it's like BattleBots.
Yeah.
But it takes itself super seriously, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
That it's these tiny little robots that you make, and everybody's super serious about it, and there's fire and chains and stuff like that. And I kind of subconsciously took some of that and into Death Battle. I didn't even realize it for fucking years.
Man, this could have been a battle.
There used to be a little robot, and
And then Robot Wars re-upped for a season last year or 2 years ago.
You're just oh my God.
For the first time in a decade, they were on the air again, and I was watching it because I was I like Robot Wars. I was watching it, and then the doors came in, and the metal plates came up, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is what I did for Death Battle." And then I went back to the old shows because they're on. Some of them are on YouTube, and I was like, "No, I didn't rip off Robot Wars."
Oh no!
And I was watching. I was like, "Okay, it's not exactly the same,
but it's
You
similar.
sound like someone who ripped off the show.
it's pretty similar."
It's like,
Well, I didn't know that.
That's
you're in
the only
court
one.
and you're like,
Yeah, there it
it's
is.
not the same.
But
Different.
It's different.
of course, we also had the spikes
so
and the
different.
blood
Yeah.
effect going on. And,
great.
and it kind of gives off almost like a Mortal Kombat vibe.
Yeah.
What are the chains
You can
for?
see Reptile fall down
You
and get impaled right now.
capturing people, not letting them go.
It was.
What was the chains? Spikes, you fall through the spikes, you die.
It was inspired by Mortal Kombat. My original, when I was first putting together the pilot for Death Battle, actually, I think the theme I used was a Mortal Kombat song, just for the temporary track. So when Revision 3, who we were working with at the time, started putting that together, they had Mortal Kombat in mind. That was when Screw Attack was very much video game based.
Sure.
And a lot of our earlier Death Battles are video game centric.
Right.
So that intro and those graphics were made with like the video game idea in mind. And since then, Death Battle's really like grown into like comic books and anime a lot more.
Right.
Yep.
And we noticed that a lot of our viewers, the majority of them, really appreciate the comic book and anime fights.
yeah.
So we figured the spikes and chains and robot war look don't quite like fit the comic book and anime thing. So we wanted to kind of incorporate those sort of feels into the graphics, into the music, into the style. And that's kind of
You
how
can
it's
see it on
evolved.
Ben's chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
new look.
that's the printed version, but yeah. So like we did that new Death Battle logo, and then we redid the Screw Attack logo, and we've been wanting to. All of our shows will eventually have that happen. Like we've been working on Desk We've been working on trying to get top 10 going, but then also we knew Cast. Cast was like, all right, we're gonna do Cast whenever we're gonna get the new set, because like this is a big undertaking to make this whole thing and do all that. And so then it came time because Bernie was like, you guys should have a set. And we're like, that would be cool. And then we had a green sheet meeting and we had a set. So we got that tied in and everybody did a great job. And so, yeah, it's just kind of all trying to tie everything in to this kind of new look for Screw Attack and the new direction that we're going in.
I mean, going back to the idea or the talk about Screw Attack kind of refocusing last year and the year before into kind of the Death Battle thing, I feel like we've been kind of going through a sort of rebirth for Screw Attack, where we kind of like, Screw Attack in the past decade has done so much, and we're kind of reining everything back in and seeing what works and what doesn't, what you guys want to see. And now we're like, with this, and at the beginning of this year is when we're really starting to like expand again and start reaching out and building up a new Screw Attack that still has a lot of the old same stuff, but is going to start doing a lot of new stuff as well that kind of helps build off of that.
Yeah, that focuses in on the majority of the audience. That's why they're here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to, oh no.
Me too. What is? Oh, it's the
here's
Robot
it.
Wars! Oh my God!
Look at it.
If only we had fire.
This is the show that I loved this show as a kid.
How many doors?
Yeah, I remember that whole last time we brought up Robot Wars, we had a
very
good long
secure battle
conversation
arena.
about it.
Yeah. But yeah, they use the metal doors as like transitions, and they would go into like the pit or whatever it was called to talk to the people who made the robots, and like a metal nameplate would come up and like have like details about there was even slates. The whole idea of the slates. Which is
Oh my
which
God.
comes in. This is like
Should
the
we be
background.
saying
and there's a
this?
list of
Yeah, I
stuff.
know, right? You're gonna shut up.
It's not the same thing.
trouble.
It's not the same thing. But they would
totally different.
They would
It's way better.
They would bring
even
up a
better.
metal slate that has information like that. I didn't even realize it until 5 fucking years
I
into
feel
the
like
show.
Bernie's just happened to be watching this, and he's like,
Well, Death Battle's dead.
he's like, wait a minute. He's like, wait a minute, what? And he like gets Legal on the phone, and Legal's watching him like, oh my God.
No, it's mainly
off
just
his
the look.
glasses.
It's mainly just the look that I kind of got inspired by Robot Wars for.
Sure.
Everything else about the show is completely different, obviously. But it just was really funny to me because I didn't even realize what I
We
was doing.
did have Starscream.
I mean,
Oh
you're not going to
my
see a
God.
giant
We're just-
30-foot tall robot in Robot Wars,
We're
though.
just digging. We're just digging our grave.
Surprise, everybody! Death Battle's just been Robot Wars and BattleBots all along.
How cool would it have been if we had the Mortal Kombat theme from the movie as the main theme of Death Battle?
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. All the copyright infringement. That'd be a great time.
He's already took the look from another show. We might as well keep going.
We've come. I said it earlier. We've come this far. Why stop now?
Death Battle.
Just steal shit. There we go. No, speaking of the Death Battle theme,
Cut to footage of BattleBots and Robot Wars.
with the Mortal Kombat theme.
Yes, Chad. I see you were going to discuss.
I was going to, but now I can't
Something
wait
special.
for somebody to put it together where it's like Death Battle, and then it's dun 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 dun, and then fucking it's two robots, and then you're gonna have Boomstick be like, it's time for it. Death Battle's gonna do the.
It's time for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
They would be fighting over who gets to sue us first.
Hop in line, everybody. We're just gonna. Well, this was a great first and last episode with the new set. We had a good run.
Oh no.
You're glad this probably didn't cost anything to make.
No.
What do you guys want to rip off next?
Don't say that. What are you doing?
No! I'm gonna call this the last episode of Death Battle Cast. No, I was gonna say, speaking of themes, we have a new one. Ben was working with Brandon Yates to put it together. We felt it was time to do that. And you got to get a little taste of it on the intro there.
Yeah.
And you should look for that coming soon.
In Black
And the
Panther
return.
versus Batman, which is airing in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We start
So you can check that
wheeling
out.
pieces of our set away.
But this can't be the last episode of Death
Stage
Battle
hands
Cast.
come up like as we're recording.
We have to get a community death battle going.
Someone throws.
Yeah, because if we do that, they can't cancel us because we have to come back with an answer.
Yeah.
It's our system. Help
Mayor
us out.
McCheese versus Elmo from Sesame Street.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Yo, we have to put Mayor McCheese in it.
No.
What's another?
No.
damn
Answer
it.
from like
From
food.
now on, from now on,
Frylock.
not. No. I'm gonna stop you right now.
Burgers and fries fight each other.
Frylock's got like psychic powers though.
Oh, he does have psychic powers. See, that's cool, Ben. Frylock has psychic powers. He said it. He reminded me.
Oh my god.
No.
It's a thing
Or
of
maybe
French
versus
fries.
Master Shake. Master Shake can't do anything.
No.
Frylock versus
What other?
Aku Aku from Banjo-Kazooie.
You from Crash Bandicoot, you castle?
Oh, Crash
fraud.
Bandicoot. Did I say Banjo-Kazooie? My
you
bad.
did.
No.
Crash Bandicoot. My bad.
Actually, we are not doing those. Feel free to discuss those if you would like. We're not doing those.
Nobody submit anything for the actual suggested. I just want to hear.
Why
this
would you
matchup.
say that? Why would you say that?
You invited them to
If
submit
nobody suggests anything for the next episode, then we don't have a community death battle for the next episode, which means they can take it away.
Right, and then we
can't
can't
laugh,
steal
Snake.
it later.
He's a psychic thing of fries. Is he a large fry or a medium fry?
Guys,
He's pretty big. Have you seen him?
No, guys. I think you're gonna like this week's community death battle. So I'm starting to take community death battles from the suggestion form. If you go to our YouTube videos, there's always a link that you can click on to go to a Google Doc where you can suggest ideas for death battles. And we actually use that form to determine the episodes that we're going to be doing this year.
Yep.
We're taking a lot of episodes from like the top 10% of most requested ones through that form. So definitely check that out.
And also sometimes just even cool ones. So don't feel like
yeah.
if yours isn't the most popular, like if we read them all, and sometimes we're like, oh yeah, we gotta do that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and we always have some fun, jokey episode every year, which
We did Bucky O'Hare. If that doesn't tell you that we can do anything, nothing
His
will.
intro alone, like, he gets to fight just because of that intro.
exactly.
Yeah,
Sick.
That's pretty much
Captain
why-
Bucky O'Hare.
That's how we decide fights.
But there's a suggestion that was
their
actually
intros?
submitted earlier today by Jennifer Greel. It is Mario versus Sonic, but it is actually
An arm wrestle.
Paper Mario versus Lego Sonic.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of cool.
The Sonic from Lego Dimensions versus Paper Mario from the Paper Mario
man.
universe.
I
So
played
they
that
have
game
all the
to
Lego and
completion,
paper
so-
like powers and stuff like that.
I don't remember
What happens when
anything
Mario turns
either one of them
sideways?
did, but I think
Maybe you
Lego
can't
Sonic
find 'em.
because plastic can tear paper. Just on that alone.
But like Sonic's a master builder in that game.
That's you said, but like that would be a counterpoint. That just adds to it.
Well, let us know who you think wins.
I was just thinking of like feats because I played that to completion.
Hey,
haven't-
we'll discuss this next week.
Paper cuts suck. What if he tries to grab him and just gets him right in the webbing of the
Guys,
finger?
if we
but
discuss it too
stepping
much
on a
right
Lego
now,
is the
we don't
worst
have
thing
an episode
ever.
next
He
week.
doesn't have fingers.
Submit your answers using the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We will discuss who wins between Paper Mario
balls.
and Lego Sonic next week on the Death Battle Cast. Same time, same place. roosterteeth.com/live.
If we're not canceled.
If Paper Mario steps on Lego Sonic, will that hurt him?
No.
No?
That'll hurt anybody. That's like one of
That's
the.
what I'm saying.
I think
And
that's-
he's got the spikes.
You ever stepped on a Lego? It's the worst.
You can't give him paper cuts either because he has the Lego hands, the claws.
Jennifer, thank you for the suggestion. This is clearly
Just
a good
one big paper cut.
All right. If you're a first member, please make sure to stay tuned to check out our first exclusive show, Sudden Death, which comes out this weekend. And we will see everybody else next week.
Okay, bye.
All right.